Hi, my name is Alexandre Haddad. I'm a surgical resident in ENT, ear, nose and throat. In this presentation, I will tell you about summarizing surgical videos through tagging. First, it is crucial to understand why surgical videos are important. In the operating room, we always hear, you should see before you do. Videos let us visualize gestures with an optimal point of view and can illustrate various ways to perform them. With the spreading of video-assisted surgery, recording has become easy. However, few videos are created in this field. This is because raw surgical videos are long, as they can span up to 10 hours and more, and thus they need to be edited, which is often performed in off-the-shelf software such as iMovie. Surgeons can spare little time for this task, often delegating the editing to junior surgeons. Moreover, often several weeks have passed from the surgery to the editing, which induces information loss. The used tools impose a subtractive approach, as surgeons need to remove uninteresting sequences, which takes a long time, as you can see on the video. In this work, we propose an additive approach. We implement this approach on a web-based prototype, which lets the user tag sequences within a long video represented in this top timeline. A summary is then created as the concatenation of the tags, as you can see in the bottom timeline. To study this approach, we conducted 3 workshops with pairs of attending and resident surgeons. We used the web prototype that you've just seen on the video to introduce our concept. We first asked the attending to edit the video, then to edit with the residents, and then we changed the goal to induce more collaborative work. The results show that tags do support additive editing, but surprisingly we see a need for combining both approaches as the subtractive edition remains important. Additive editing is practical for coarse sequencing, whereas subtractive editing is rather adapted to fine sequencing, for example, removing motionless frames and repetitive gestures. We observe that tag can enable multiple summaries from one video. Regarding collaboration, we observe that the dynamic changes with the experience of the resident. Young residents need guidance, which requires synchronous work, while more experienced residents need validation, compatible with asynchronous work. Lastly, we note that semi-automatic editing methods could also be integrated by generating tags later reviewed by the surgeons to facilitate the process. Our next step is to test our concept in real-life use, especially to enable surgeons to tag while performing surgery in the operating room, and comparing the additive to the subtractive approach in a controlled study. Thank you very much for your attention.